Sawadee krap. Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, I'm glad to be here, and thank you for coming. Uh, Today, I'm going to present my composition, which called the Fourth Floor Exhibition, Symphonic Poem for Chamber Orchestra. I will tell you a bit about myself. I'm actually start learning music by doing rock music, especially metal, something demonic. Yeah, stay with something heavy for all the time until I got into the university, and luckily I have a chance to learn classical music, some orchestration, and I start to love it. Yeah, and it would be a good idea if I combine what I am and what I'm getting into it to be a composition would be something interesting. Here's the poster. Is my drawing. It's pretty demonic as well. Actually, the picture tell everything. Sorry, go too far. Uh, Actually, the picture is a handshake between electric guitar and violin. Yeah, rock and classic. Let's meet each other. Yes, and this is what I actually live my life. Just go through it quickly. Yes. Before start doing any research, to me, I need definition. Yeah, when you do something, you need definition. And I came up with this symphonic poem from from painting, from painting for a rock band and an orchestra. So I'm going to do this symphonic poem for rock band and orchestra. For a literature review, I found it pretty difficult to find pieces that match my definition like word by word. So I have to divide the research field into two different fields, which are symphonic poem for painter. For example, like Isle of Day and picture at an exhibition. Mesepa is not from painting, but ไว้เสียบที่เสื้อโอเคครับได้ไหมครับใช้นี้ก็ได้ได้ไหมครับ Thank you ครับ Okay, so better. And for the blue one is a concept of rock band and orchestra. In the history, we have Ingve Malmsteen, who do concerto suite for electric guitar and orchestra, and Steve Vai with sound theory, and many more. So I divide my research area into two different areas to combine to build my piece. And then, not enough yet. I want to know where I am, so I create a metric. Metric, I like to use it a lot. This is genre. This one is a type of sound: electronic, acoustic, classical, rock. Let's see where I am. Mhm. On the red one is the traditional, classical, acoustic sound, Mazepa, tapiola, pictured as at an exhibition, Isle of Dead, and so on. White dot are people who really firstly in a pop band or rock band and start doing some classical work, like Paul McCartney from the Beatles, John Greenwood from Radiohead, and yes, Glenn Danzig, and they are about there. And also the blue is actually artists who wrote piece for rock and orchestra together. Yeah, so it's a combination of the band already. They play with rock instrument, playing with orchestra. This part. Last one. Green is people who use synthesizer to imitate the sound of orchestra. So there will be here. And I put myself around here. Yeah, so this is the type of my research. Let's get to the band setting is actually is standard. but just put electric guitar, electric bass, electric drums. And here is the instrument that add into the chamber orchestra. And there is a reason why I use electric drums, which I will tell about it later. Okay, this is the first picture. Actually, the fourth floor exhibition is a symphonic poem that I got the idea when I walked through the gallery. It's called MoCA, Museum of Contemporary Art. And the fourth floor was awesome. Like many pictures like this. And I picked 3 of them to make 3 movement symphonic poem. Okay. And the first picture by Ajahn Thawan Dachani, the great artist who passed away. The music, this picture is called Desirable and Undesirable. The music portrays pictures of 2 head, horse and tiger and birds. It's a set of pictures, but I brought just one. One want to go that way, the other want to go another way. So it's kind of against each other. And the second, I walk past the set of pictures to this one is called the tree world. Yeah, simply heaven, earth, hell. But I don't really call it tree world, tree kingdom. No, I call it BAD. Is the name of the song because I put this as B, beyond, among, descent is BAD, and it helps me a lot on to set the key. Upper part I go for B flat major, B flat minor, A major, A minor, D major, D minor to make the concept. And the last one is the third movement is the horse. The composition refers to the last drawing of Ajahn Thawan Dachani. He created his final work from his hospital bed, draw in magic marker and ballpoint pens. The unfinished drawing inspired me, the unfinished ending of the song. Okay, and let's get to the song. 2 part. The A part is when you see the whole picture. And the B part when you look in detail. Like for example, you look at the head, you look at tail. My composition will relate to these pictures. For example, like the gold bit, I will pop up the brass section. Yeah, to make it related to pictures. And then this is the deep A of the composition. I try to make it go back and forth. Like, wait, let's try. If it,มันไม่ออก Okay, so I will just keep talking about this. We have 3 movements, 3 parts of this movement. We have A, we have B, and where is the C? C is when I look at a picture and I look back to myself. Is the C. This one is kind of religious, Buddhist method that about what we call karma, like when you need and you don't need, against in your heart. And okay, let's hear it. Next slide. how it sound. Oh, okay. With a 5-string bass. Yeah, it's pretty metal, and and yes, I utilize this phrase a lot in many part of the band. And theme A, and also theme C as well. I repeat it on the C part. And let's see when I bring it back on the C part. Same type of melody in a different key. This part is so fun to play. Yeah, I bang my head on the stage. And the last, and the next one is theme B. Pretty easy listening. Okay, need to move on. Okay, and I would say, I forgot it. For theme B, this is the theme B. I use it at the beginning of the B part, and used it at the end as well. To create unity of the piece. And next one, let's move on. It's a Three Kingdom by อาจารย์สมพจน์บุตรราช อาจารย์ปัญญาวิจินทนสาร and อาจารย์ประทีปโคชบัว. So the structure of picture helps me a lot to create the form of music. As you see, for the heaven, we have upper heaven and lower heaven. For the world, we have upper world, down world, and hell. And hell. Yeah, heavier hell. Yes. Okay. So we have, actually it's ternary with AB in it, in each of them. Let's hear it. Theme A, heaven. Beyond, sorry. Theme B for among human world. I was inspired by Isle of Death, Rachmaninoff, and I think I should use some odd meters because human is hard to predict. Yeah. Okay. Then the theme C, hell. then it's just I just put in just in case. This song I designed to play from the beginning to the end, non-stop, for each part. So the modulation would be an important idea for B flat to upper heaven, from upper heaven to lower heaven. I use this. Change. On the blue is G minor, on the red it's G flat major, and on the green is F minor. Then resolve to the next key, B flat minor, with the same melody, different key. Okay, and modulation from B flat minor to A. Just B flat minor to F sharp major, then gradually resolve to A major. Actually, it sounds more like F sharp minor, but anyway, to keep the concept. Start the next part. That's it. A to A minor is pretty simple because actually I don't use any chord but just play with the melody. We have 3 sharp on A major. I try to just kill the sharp little by little, yeah, to make it A minor, to make all natural in the end. A minor. This is A minor to D. Very simple. It's kind of dominant and tonic. Okay. And D to D minor is nothing but this is the most aggressive part of the whole composition, the bottom hill. Okay, next one. The horse is an unfinished picture, so I put red horse as an A, okay, and white horse, actually unfinished horse, as a B. And let's hear the theme. I try to use gallop to imitate the horse running, and use it all the way through. Different part. It keeps going like this with many variations. B. Softer gallop, like a bit, little gallop, to make it easier to listen. And then, last part, oh sorry, the last part is the ending. What I said, that the fade out ending is the reason why I use electric instrument. I try to decrease the dynamic, but not by playing, by turning the knob. So I used a drum, electric drum. So I turned down the volume from the machine, but the drummer still hit as hard as he did. So we keep doing like this on the guitar, on the bass as well. And we got the result that the sound go down, but the motion still the same. And we keep playing till the end. That's it. This is the end of my composition and my presentation as well. Thank you.
I wish we can rock on until midnight, but we ran out of time. So if anyone has any question, please feel free to. Okay, no rocker among us. In that case, we would like to thank you for coming in today and hope you can join us tomorrow. And thank you to Mr. Saran here. Thank you.